first graders. We are shall I say, soon to be second graders. Happy Thursday. We are going to be looking at this worksheet, taking a position. But first, we're going to review our vocabulary like we have been doing because it's the same vocabulary. And you all are going to be pros at the vocabulary for this unit. Let's review our vocabulary. So, citizen. A citizen is a member of a community. We are all citizens. We all belong to a community. Civic responsibilities. Ooh, everybody say that. Civic responsibilities. The things citizens are supposed to do. So we see here we have a person and looks like they're picking up trash. We have vote because when you all get old enough, you'll be able to vote for who you want to be president or governor or mayor. And daily news. Somebody can read the news because we're supposed to stay tuned in to what's going on around us. Our next vocabulary word is issue. When people disagree about something, and we spent a lot of time discussing an issue. So you can have an issue with your friend, or you can have an issue with your sibling. You don't agree on something, so you disagree about it. Like maybe we disagree about what to watch on TV today. So we have an issue. Now, a public issue are issues that affect many different people. So remember, like littering, that affects a lot of different people. Public issues, okay? So issues that affect not just you and your family, but it affects everybody else. So point of view, the way a person thinks about or looks at something. So if I got into an argument with my sister, she probably thinks I'm wrong and I think she's wrong. So the way that we look at something is different, right? Everybody does not have the same point of view. It's the way a person thinks about or looks at something. Taking a position. This is giving an opinion, which giving an opinion is giving what you think about the situation. So giving an opinion about a public issue and a reason for having that opinion. So if something is happening in your community and you don't like it, you can take a position, or you can say, I don't like this and I don't like this because. So you can give your opinion, the way that you think about it. Values, important ideas that people strongly believe in. So for example, I strongly believe that education is very important. So that is a value to me. I value education. I strongly believe it is very much so important. Next vocabulary word, the common good. People working together to help and benefit other people. So let's say if we all went out and we cleaned up the litter together, we are working together to help and benefit other people. We are trying to clean up the earth for everybody, not just for ourselves, but for other people too. Our last vocabulary word is individual rights. The things a person is entitled to have or do. So if we look at the picture, we see a person eating, we see somebody planting flowers, we see somebody eating ice cream. These are the things we are entitled to have or do. Entitled means that this is something that we have the right to have or do. That is our right to do that. Meaning we have the right to go outside. We have the right to learn, okay? So a good citizen or citizens obey the laws, they make good choices, they share information. So that just means that if something important is going on, like let's say there is an election going on and we want to elect a president, so they'll inform everybody to go vote. They help others in need. They always vote because voting is very important. That is the way we are able to have a voice. Make educated decisions, take care of their community, support education for everyone. And this is a list of things that make a good citizen. So just like we've done for worksheets that are just like this one, but on different topics, we are going to read over it and review the questions, and you all will go through and answer the questions by yourselves. But I am going to review it with you. So the title for this one is Taking a Position. When things happen in your community, citizens usually have their own point of view about whatever is happening. That means that they have their own thoughts or opinions about what is going on. If citizens in the community are taking a position about an issue, that means they are giving their opinion about a public issue with a reason for having that opinion. For example, if the mayor in your community said that all of the local parks were going to close in order to save money for road repair, you would probably have a point of view to share. If you're taking a position, that means you're speaking out about the public issue. It doesn't matter if you agree with the mayor or not. Taking a position means you can agree or disagree. When you give that opinion on a public issue, you're using your voice for the good of the community. When you don't say anything, other citizens may not know how you feel. Let's look over our questions. What is a point of view? Well, remember, we have to go back in our text and look and see. So let's look and let's see. Okay, so in our text it says, when things happen in your community, citizens usually have their own point of view about whatever is happening. That means that they have their own thoughts or opinions about what is going on. So, point of view means that it's just your own thoughts and your opinion, okay? So, like, let's say if you felt like you got in trouble, okay, but you don't feel like you were supposed to get in trouble, okay? You feel like you didn't do anything wrong and you don't feel like you're supposed to get in trouble. Well, those are your own thoughts or opinions. Or let's use this as an example. You think that you're supposed to have ice cream before bed, and your parent tells you, no, you cannot have ice cream before bed. Well, you think, well, why can't I have ice cream? I haven't had ice cream all week. How come she just can't let me have ice cream? When your mom thoughts and opinions may be, I don't want him or her to have ice cream because it's too late. It's going to make them have a tummy ache and they're going to keep me up all night with their tummy ache. So they have their thoughts and opinions and you have a different thought and opinion, okay? So that is what a point of view is. Number 2. What does taking a position mean? Let's look in our text and see. It says, if citizens in the community are taking a position about an issue, that means they are giving their opinion about a public issue with a reason for having that opinion. So, what does taking a position mean? That means that you have an issue and you're going to go to this person or people and you're going to tell them your point of view and you're going to take a stand on what you believe, and then you're going to tell them why. So that's what it means to take a position on something. That means that you stated your point of view, and after you stated your point of view, you told them why you have that thought or why you have that opinion, because remember, thought and opinions are the same thing as a point of view, and you're going to let them know because you are taking a position. Question number 3. Why is it important to have a point of view and to take a position when things happen in your community? Let's look back in our text. This says, when you give that opinion on a public issue, remember opinion means point of view, you're using your voice for the good of the community. When you don't say anything, other citizens may not know how you feel. So it's important for us to state how we feel, give our thoughts, give our opinions, give our point of view, because if we don't, other people won't understand how we feel, and we don't want anything that is harmful to our community, anything that is harmful for, remember, a lot of different people, right? Because you may be taking a position on a public issue, you want to make sure that you're able to solve these problems and that you're speaking up for yourself. You never want to be quiet if you feel strongly about something, if you feel like something is very important and that you have a point of view or you have something to say. You always want to stand up for yourself and your community. Alrighty, first graders, you all have an amazing day and you answered these questions. And remember, the first letter of a sentence should begin with a what? Capital letter, and it should end with a what? A period. You all have a great day. See you tomorrow in Friday's video.